Welcome back! You know about the Scrum framework and the roles needed to make it work. So you are now ready to find out how sprints are managed. Let's just recap on the Scrum framework. As with every project, there is a start point and an expected end date. We had 4 fixed-length sprints in our example. All were 3 weeks in duration, so it's a 12-week project. There is a product backlog with a variety of work packages, and these are managed and prioritized by the product owner. Before a sprint commences, there will be a sprint planning meeting chaired by the Scrum Master. This meeting will engage anyone involved, including the product owner who will prioritize the work and the developers responsible for delivering the work packages. Let's say that the development team have agreed to deliver the highlighted work packages. These will then be moved into Sprint 1, and this is how the product backlog will now look. Let's see how Sprint 1 is managed in the daily meetings. The work packages that were moved from the product backlog to the sprint are managed by what is called a Kanban board. You can also configure the column headers if the visible statuses are not right for you. This is day 1, so we'll start by seeing where we place the work packages in the sprint planning meeting. There are 4 work packages in the to-do column, meaning they have not started, and 4 work packages under the in-progress header, meaning these have now started but not completed. The daily Scrum meeting is used to discuss the current status of work packages. Any problems that may prevent these from completing in the sprint can be discussed so that a way forward is agreed. We can now roll forward 5 days to see how the work packages and their status may change over time. Here we are on day 5. One of the design work packages is now completed and gets moved to the done column, and one of the coding work packages can then be moved to the in progress column. There is also one blocked work package as the business end user was not available to help due to other business commitments. However, at the daily Scrum, a commitment was made by the business to provide another resource immediately, so let's move that one back to in progress. As the clock rolls on to day 9, let's examine the progress again. On day 9, we have now completed all the work packages in the in progress column, so let's move them to the done column. That means we can now start the 2 design work packages in the to-do column, because the design team is now available to start these. So let's make them in progress. It's worth pointing out there is still a work package for coding in the to-do area because it's waiting for the design 3 and 4 work packages to be completed. We can now roll forward to day 12 and see what changes happen then. And here we are on day 12. There have been no status changes since day 9, as the design team members were busy working on their work packages. However, they were completed just before today's Scrum stand-up, so we can now move them into the Done column. Now the design is ready, we are ready to start our last activity in this sprint. So let's move the coding work package into the In Progress column and the software coders can now get to work. At the end of the sprint, the last piece of coding is completed and all items will be in the Done column, so well done if that is achieved. Now let's look at what needs to happen before the next sprint is started. Sprint 1 is complete, but before we start planning for Sprint 2, you will be invited by the Scrum Master to attend a Sprint Retrospective, which is just another way of saying lessons learned meeting. The retrospective is a good forum for sharing the good and not so good activities from Sprint 1, and the aim is to improve the approach continuously. Suggested process improvements can be carried forward to the next sprint planning meeting. We have completed our first sprint and also the last retrospective, so we are ready to move on to Sprint 2. In the next lesson, you will continue to learn about the flow between the product backlog and the sprint content by working our way through the sprints until project completion. I will see you there. Remember, all lessons are free, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and allows us to keep creating free content for you.